I hear so many crazy things about locks, and honestly, I'm tired of it. So today, I'm debunking anything that you thought you knew about locks. If you're new here, my name is Romani, and I've been locked for 3 years and 5 months. I know I have on a turban because I need a retwist, but you'll just have to trust that I actually do have locks. My channel is all about self-elevation, whether that be through my lock journey, my health journey, yoga, eating healthy, weight loss, all the things. So if that interests you, make sure you click the subscribe button. All right, let's get straight into it. The first myth is that getting locks is the only way that Black women are able to grow their hair. Honestly, I feel like people get a kick out of talking about how Black women are unable to grow hair, which is completely untrue because there are a lot of women without locks, a lot of Black women without locks who have long hair. But when we start discussing how some Black women are not able to grow long hair, I think that we also need to discuss how Black women's hair has been manipulated and damaged over the years. A lot of young Black girls were used to getting perms, me being one of them. Even though I only had a perm from 6th to 9th grade, I know some girls who had perms as young as 2nd grade. And yes, while we can fault the parents of these young girls for giving them perms so early, we also need to fault the marketing systems and just the systems in place that made us feel like Black hair was unmanageable. So we had to have straight hair. We had to get this perm. This has been deeply ingrained in us, and it is in all the propaganda that we see, whether it's online, whether it's on TV. But when we were younger, obviously it was all on TV. We were only seeing maybe light-skinned girls, or if we saw dark girls, they had straight hair or they had a certain kind of texture, and it made us desire that texture. So in desiring that texture and trying to make that texture our texture, a lot of us ended up getting perms. And I don't think we talk about how damaging perms can be. Perms don't just straighten your hair, they alter a lot of things. A perm is a chemical and it can literally damage the hair follicle. Furthermore, anything that you put on your skin is going into your body. So those chemicals were always going into our bodies, but mainly on our scalp. So the next time another young Black girl or older Black woman says that their hair was longer before they had a perm, they are probably telling the truth. Nonetheless, that's just one case in point. All Black women did not experience this, and even some Black girls who did have perms have long hair. So the fact that people say that we can only grow long hair by locking our hair is a myth, it's a lie, it's false, and I hate it. Yes, getting locks does help you retain length more because the hair is not shedding anymore, it's locked into like a long line. But there are, like I said before, a lot of women who do not have locks. My mom doesn't have locks and my mom has long hair. Like, I know a lot of Black women, majority of the Black women that I know have a good amount of hair, they have healthy hair, and they do not have locks. But I don't want to stay on that myth for too long because I have so many other things to talk about. The second one is going to be that locks are unhygienic, they're unkept. So many people truly believe with their whole mind and heart that locks are dirty and that we do not wash our hair. So much so that people will literally ask you how you wash your hair. And my response is always the same way that you wash your hair. Just like you get in the shower and you wash your hair by putting your hands in your head, we get in the shower, we wash our hair by putting our hands in our head. Now, obviously, since a person with locks has more hair than the average person because we have hair that has not shed, so we're retaining a lot of hair, you're going to have to clean your hair a little bit deeper than a person with loose natural hair, but you wash your hair nonetheless. And what I'm about to say is going to be a recurring theme in this video, but calling locks dirty or unkept stems from Eurocentric ideology. They want you to believe that Black hair is something that is bad, it's something that is unnatural, it's dirty, we don't need it. And they want you to think that straight hair and white hair is the way to go. Now, I don't discriminate anybody who has any type of hairstyle. I'm just saying that if you are attracted to a certain type of style, let's say like you're attracted to straight hair, it's by design. And I want to be clear that a lot of people, close people in my life, have straight hair. I'm not talking against straight hair. I'm just saying that when they make you like something outside of yourself, then they can convince you that there is something wrong with your natural hair. To break it down a little further, what I'm basically saying is, in simplest terms, because I feel like I'm rambling, in simplest terms, when they, and by they I mean the system. When they make you feel like straight hair is better, locks are bad, then they can convince you of all of the bad things and all of the reasons why you shouldn't get locks, one of them being because they're unhygienic. All right, next myth is that you can't wash your starter locks or they're going to unravel. Your hair is not going to unravel, and you should be washing your hair. Of course, don't overwash your hair, but if your hair is dirty and you have starter locks, it's okay to wash your hair, especially if you have 2-strand twists. I started off with 2-strand twists. I did have some of them unravel at the ends, but you literally just ravel them back up. I still have locks, not unraveling, but like untwisting at the bottom, and I'm 3 years locked. Do not let people tell you that you don't need to put no water on your head. What I will say is if you have started your locks in coils, so they're kind of like curls, you need to be careful when you are washing your locks just so you don't separate it. But other than that, if you have braids or you have twists, you can absolutely put water on your hair. The next myth kind of goes with the other one about being dirty, but the next myth is that locks smell bad. I'll just keep this very simple because we kind of talked about it before. Locks do not smell bad. I've actually smelled better smelling locks than like straight hair, mainly because we use different oils on our hair. So all the people I know that have locks, they hair don't stink. The next myth is that locks are unprofessional, and this is gonna piss me off. It's been pissing me off because even when I had natural hair, people would say that natural hair is unprofessional. And I really want you to think about how something growing out of your scalp can be unprofessional. When it comes to any other race, yes, I'm not gonna say that they don't get their hair done. Yes, they get their hair done, but in the event that they didn't have time to do their hair, they just rolled out of bed. Let's say it's a white girl with blonde hair. She rolls out of bed, she goes to work, her hair is fine. She doesn't have to straighten her hair, she doesn't have to curl her hair, she don't got to put her hair in rollers. She can go to work with a messy bun and it's gonna be okay. But God forbid a black woman roll out of bed, go to work with natural hair or locks. It's unprofessional. This is why I always encourage critical thinking, because when you really start thinking and you start looking around, you're gonna be like, wow, they have an agenda. Why is my hair the only hair that's unprofessional? This is another way that Eurocentric beauty standards are forced upon us. They're saying, I'm not gonna give you a job because you're unprofessional. So then you begin to conform to Eurocentric beauty standards. I'm so grateful that more people are waking up to locks, more people are getting locks, and there are people in very high positions that have locks, doctors, lawyers, entrepreneurs. I'm so glad that we are not letting corporate white America tell us what to do with our hair. Furthermore, if there was a specific professional style that you needed to do with your locks, you would be able to do it. That's actually another myth. This wasn't even on my radar, but another myth is that locks are not versatile. I do so many styles with my locks. Some may be considered unprofessional, some professional, but I do so many styles with my locks. So in the event that you needed a specific style to wear to work, you would be able to do that and it would be deemed professional. Okay, and back to the locks not being versatile. Locks are so versatile. Anything that you can do with your natural hair, you can do with locks. I feel like, don't take this the wrong way if it was you that said locks were not versatile. Some people are so incompetent. I'm like, if your hair is down, let's say your hair is straight down, you have just regular natural hair, no locks, you're able to do different styles. If I take my hair down, I'm able to do other styles, whether it's a slick back, then I'm just gonna slick my hair back. If I want a high bun, I'm gonna put my hair in a high bun. I'm just like, are you guys, like, what's happening up here? If you want box braids, just like you would take your natural hair and braiding hair into it, you would take 3 locks and braiding hair into it. Where's the thinking? But it's honestly not even your fault. It's the system's fault for making you think that locks aren't versatile. It's not, I'm not yelling at you. The next myth is that there's an ugly phase of locks. There is not an ugly phase of locks. I've talked about this plenty of times on my channel. I do not really agree with calling anything the ugly phase. It's another way of putting Eurocentric beauty standards on a journey that has nothing to do with white people. If you've never heard of the ugly phase, basically it's when you start your locks, but you don't have long hair already. I started my locks when my hair was longer, so my hair was right here. I've always wore my hair twisted anyway, it didn't bother me. But let's say I have shorter hair, and so I have like little baby locks, that would be considered the ugly phase. It would be considered the ugly phase because it goes against what Eurocentric standards tell us else is beautiful, which is long flowing hair. And that's incorrect. Hair is beautiful no matter what it looks like because it's your hair. And it really burns my soul when y'all call something the ugly phase and it comes out of your scalp. It's coming out of your body and you're calling it ugly. So if you've ever said the words the ugly phase, I really challenge you to think about how you feel about yourself, because nobody who truly loves themselves is ever going to consider their hair ugly. I know it may be hard to look at yourself with shorter locks when you first start your lock journey, especially if you're used to having long hair, you're used to wearing different, oh my God, it's a bug. You're used to wearing different protective styles. I can understand that it may be hard to face yourself, but I don't think that we should ever consider our natural hair that grows out of our scalps to be ugly. I really hope you got all the points that I was trying to convey in this. Basically, what I'm saying is they want you to hate yourself. You can't hate yourself. You have to love yourself. You have to know that your hair is beautiful. If you just started your lock journey and you're having a rough time right now, just please don't listen to the negative stereotypes. You need to be listening to people who lift you up, whether that's your friends, whether that's through content. When I started my lock journey, I listened to so many other Black women on YouTube just about how they love their lock journeys, and I just, watched all of their videos. That really helped me to truly love this lock journey, because I didn't have nobody beating down my head that locks were unprofessional or locks were ugly. Like, the YouTubers that I was watching just were empowering and uplifting. So that's really what I try to give to you now starting your lock journey on my channel. I know that there are so many people who have started their lock journeys just watching my channel. I get all of your DMs on Instagram, and I really try to be that helping hand to just really remind you that you can do this. This is something that you're meant to do. Your hair is beautiful. It's not ugly. And even if they try to make you feel like it's ugly, you have to know that they have an agenda. If you're interested in more lock content, I've literally been recording since day 5 of my lock journey. So you can go back and see how my hair used to look, and you can just see all of my journey, and I'm sure it'll help you on yours. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. I show a little bit more of my day-to-day life, even my lock journey on Instagram. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so you can see more videos like this, and like this video. You've gotten this far, so you need to like this video. Thank you so much for sticking around to the end, and I will see you in my next video.